Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another fabulous interview with another entrepreneur, female entrepreneur from all over the world. My name is Galit Ventura-Rozen, and this is the Successful Woman's Mindset Book Launch Summit. One of my favorite things to do in the world is spotlight women that embody the successful woman's mindset. And today we have Adele with us. Welcome, Adele.
Hi, thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. And Adele, you are living, where do you live? Let everybody know.
I live in the UK.
In the UK. It's so much fun for me. It's probably nighttime there already.
Yeah, about 6:10 at night.
Yes. So it's fun that we can do this together, that I can share your energy and your expertise. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to share a little bit about you with everybody. Adele is a transformational mindset, life, and business coach, inspirational speaker and writer, as well as an international speaker. Very important to share that. She is also the creator of AdeleBrimage.com. And did I say your last name right, Adele?
It's Brimage.
Brimage. Oh, I want to say it right. It's so much prettier that way. Adele Brimage Business and Lifestyle Retreats and the founder of Stepping Into Possibilities CIC. Adele has over 20 years combined training and coaching experience and has been an executive coach for the NHS, Macmillan, and many other organizations, and has been nominated and presented with several coaching awards. Thank you for joining me, Adele Brimage. Oh, so pretty. I love unique names. It's just so much fun for me. But sometimes when we're reading it, we're pronouncing it the way that we would maybe in our country.
Yeah, no, that's okay. No, that's fine.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
you can only imagine how many people say Galit wrong all day long. So thank you for joining me. What I would love to ask you first is, what does the successful woman's mindset mean to you?
So I guess success is different for everyone. And for me, it's doing my life on my terms. It's being the creator of my reality. I believe that I'm a mindset coach. So I believe mindset is everything. And everything that we create in our life, we create from our mindset, from the beliefs that we hold and the thoughts that we think. So being successful to me is really being in tune with who I am. It's about loving myself. It's about forgiving myself at them times when we self-sabotage and beat ourselves up. It's about not apologizing for who I am.
Yes. And even when we mess up, it's okay not to apologize.
No, that's okay.
It's so interesting. Yeah, it's so interesting because you touched on a few things that I talk about in the book. And I actually have an exercise or activity in the book that you close your eyes or you look at yourself in the mirror. Some people are not good at doing that. And you actually say to yourself, I love you. You're amazing. You're brilliant. And I forgive you, because there's these words that we're willing to share with other people all day long, our significant others, our children, our siblings, our parents. I forgive you. You know, you're amazing. You're brilliant. I love you. But we never say it to ourselves. And it's so powerful. I have some days that are not easy sometimes. And I will say to myself, you are amazing. You are brilliant. You are wonderful. You got this. So I love that you shared that in your.
Yeah, and I think we all need to do that, because we all get them days.
Always.
When we doubt ourselves, we doubt what we can do. We have that imposter syndrome. Am I really doing this? Am I really, kicking it like I think I am in the world? And I think it's really good to remember that forgiving yourself is a really powerful tool.
So powerful.
Because we all at times have disagreements with other people, and we find it really challenging to forgive sometimes. But holding that energy within you, it doesn't harm the other person, it only harms you.
Yes.
So forgiving yourself for anything and then forgiving them.
And it can even just be within yourself.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that we need you to go say, I forgive you to someone that's not
Oh, no, no,
right. Or,
it's actually forgiving,
exactly,
knowing that you let go of it.
Yeah, yeah. And I just wanted to, I talk about that as well. And it's so interesting because I think that the mindset is such a piece that we don't give attention to. We don't realize how much our mind impacts so much of our success in our lives and in our businesses. And that I write in the book about controlling your thoughts. They're your thoughts and you can't control them.
Yeah, but one of the things I do is I don't teach. When I first started this, I tried to identify what thoughts I was thinking, but there's so many thoughts you think every single day, thousands, from all the different senses, you know, all your 5 senses. But what I do is I teach women to click into the emotion, because that emotion is a really good guide. Because if you're on the right path, you feel okay, you feel happy, you feel like life is on your side. And if you're not on the right path, then there's a disconnect and you get that horrible icky feeling inside, or you start doubting yourself, questioning what you're doing, being judgmental towards other people. There's a whole host of things. And so making sure that you stay on that path every day, I check, how am I feeling? If I'm feeling happy, I know I'm still on the good path. And I think that works better because we all know how we feel.
Yes.
And it's easier than trying to think, what am I thinking?
Yes, I love that. I love that. So direct mindset to the feelings.
Yeah, to the feelings, because it's the feelings. If you think about it, every thought that you think carries with it an emotional response.
Absolutely.
And so if you can tune into the emotion, then you'll identify whether you're still on your path or you're off your path.
Yes, yes. So with that, how do you within yourself believe you embody the successful woman's mindset, and how do you help your clients? Obviously, being a mindset transformational life and business coach, how do you help them embody that?
Well, I think one of the things that I try to do all the time is I try to keep my energy levels up. So I try to approach every day knowing that it's going to be a good day. I pre-pave my day.
Yes, I love that word.
From the minute I get up of a morning, I sit on the edge of my bed and I tell myself the kind of day I'm going to have. And last thing at night, I before I close my eyes, I think of all the things I really appreciate about that day. And so I go to sleep at a certain place and I wake up at a certain place. And so I start my day off, because I've had them days when something goes wrong and everything in that day goes wrong then. And so I try to keep it so that my energy levels are at a certain place. And yes, we all have days when we don't think good things. But what I try to help my clients do is to not think positive thoughts all the time, but to think better feeling thoughts, which is really different.
Yes.
Because you can be really sad, but then if you start feeling anger, actually that's a better thought than feeling really sad. That moves up the emotional scale. And so any thought that you can have that shifts you up that scale, I think is good. I help my clients to believe in themselves, to gain self-confidence in themselves, and to see that they shouldn't listen to what other people tell them. They should only listen to what they believe inside.
Yes, I love that, Adele. Those are all such wonderful tips for anybody that's listening in. It's fun for me. I'm going to say from the 23 women that I've interviewed, and I could be wrong, and if I am, I'm sorry, I think Adele is the only mindset coach that I'm interviewing. And it's wonderful for me because sometimes when I put out these summits, what I attract, I don't always know. And then it ends up being the perfect blend of the different entrepreneurial women that I'm talking to. And it's wonderful for me because you are my last interview in this series.
Oh, wonderful.
So what a great way to end. And I want to chat for a second before we talk about your amazing free gift that you're offering. That this idea where you start every morning the same and end every day the same is something that is so directly related to the successful woman's mindset.
Oh, definitely.
It is. I do it, and I know every successful woman that I talk to does it, or I know, and I tell my clients to do it, and I know you do. We just want as many people. So if you take nothing from today but one thing, take the idea that even when things are going wrong, even when things are not exactly where you would like them to be in your life, you have the possibility, you have the ability to start every morning in a certain mindset and end every day. So if you've had the worst day of your life, and yes, life happens and sometimes it's not in your control, but you have the ability to stop everything before bed. I do it right before bed. Stop everything right before bed or in bed, close your eyes, show your gratitude to whatever you believe in. I don't care what it is, it doesn't matter, and thankful. And then wake up every morning. I do exactly the same thing, Adele.
And I tell my clients to see everything as not good or bad, but as information.
Yes.
Because if you see something as bad, it invokes an emotion and it can send you downhill. And you don't want that. But if you see it as information, you give yourself a choice. How do I choose to respond? And everything is information, because you think about the times sometimes in your life that have been really awful, but good stuff's come out of it. You know, I've had times in my life that I thought, well, I've had a couple of times that I didn't think I'd live through, but good stuff came out of it. So if that's the case, there is no good and there is no bad. It's just information. And what you choose to do with that information depicts what happens next.
Yes. Yes. And I also want to real quickly, before we jump into your free gift, say this. All of us have things going on in our lives. All of us have people that we love being impacted by different things. I'm going through something right now with someone that I love very dearly, a few people actually. And what I have found is that it doesn't mean I'm not human, and it doesn't mean I don't allow myself to feel. It's just that I have learned how to listen to what Adele said, and I'm going to use this for fun, information about what was brought to me, allow myself to feel in that moment what I needed to feel, if it's tears, if it's anger, if it's frustration, and then within minutes sometimes, I adjust myself back up to the feeling good, which I call high vibrations. And I know that life is beautiful and wonderful and brilliant, and we're going to get through this, and that person's going to be healthy, and they have what they need, and whatever it might be. So it might sound crazy what Adele and I are talking about, but I'm going to share with you this. You don't need to believe me and her. Believe the thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of people that live and breathe this every day. And because of that, they have the successful woman's mindset. And if any men are watching, it's exactly the same. I've had a lot of men buy my book because you can take this and go, I can implement waking up the same, going to bed the same, changing my mindset to be successful in my life. And so I love everything you offer. Thank you so much for sharing it. It's so much fun that we're so in alignment with the way that we think and the way that we choose.
Yeah, and I think so many times, all of the stuff that you said, I totally agree with. Sometimes something happens and we react. We just instantly react. But between what happens, there's a tiny little gap between that and what you do next. And it could be seconds, but it's still a choice.
Yes.
In them seconds, that little grey space between what happened and what you do next is a choice. And if you can choose things that make you feel okay, you know, sometimes we get into disagreements with other people, but at the end of the day, it's all wasted energy. It saves nobody. So just think about what you really want to bring to you, because it's not about the other person. It's never about the other person. It's
Never,
about you.
never.
No, never. It's about you looking after you inside.
Yes. What you allow.
Yeah,
And
what you allow. And give yourself permission.
yes. Beautiful. Those are wonderful words for us to end this summit in such a positive note. Give yourself permission. Make a choice.
Yeah.
Know that it's not about the other person. It's about you when it comes to mindset or the circumstances or the situations. What are you going to allow within yourself? How are you going to let that energy affect you, those words affect you? I'm sorry, but you do have a choice. Sometimes when people are frustrated or angry, they don't like to hear these words. Right, Adele? Where
Yeah, and I think the thing is,
they hurt me.
Oh, yeah, but people need to know. Women need to know they're awesome. I don't care if you don't like standing in the mirror and saying this, but you need to know you can create your life and you're perfect just as you are.
Yes, thank you. I have a phrase in my book that I used that is about being the director of your own life.
Oh, wonderful.
Some people have this idea that the path sort, oh no, heck no. The path can be changed from now forward. Just make the choice to make a change. So Adele, tell everybody about your free gift before we go.
Let me just turn around for a minute while I get the link.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, I think I have it here. Hold on.
Right.
So you're offering a first part of a 4-part MP3 series with a workbook.
I am, yeah. Because one of the things that I found when I started many years ago was I had all these blocks. So I didn't think I was good enough. I questioned who would listen to me. I didn't have any self-worth, lacked confidence, a whole host of stuff. And I found that I was procrastinating all the time. And it wasn't until I identified that actually procrastination for everybody carries a behavior with it. So when you procrastinate, you do certain things and everybody does different things. And I found that the times I was procrastinating about doing something or taking the next step forward, I would do certain behaviors and I thought, well, this isn't doing me any good. This isn't getting people to see who I am and what I can do and how I can help. How can I heal this internally? So I wrote this for me and I use it with all my clients and it works.
Good.
Because once you can see truly what procrastinating is and find out what it sorts out for you, because if it works for different, everybody procrastinates for a different reason. But once you see what your procrastinating is solving for you and you solve it, then you have freedom. Yes. You're free to choose. Whenever it comes up, you know how to deal with it.
Right.
And it no longer stops you.
Exactly. So real quick, tell them it seems that they're getting a workbook to help get out of overwhelm, stop procrastination, and create the life you truly desire. Yeah. And it looks like they can go to your website. We're also going to be placing the link in the comments, and if you're getting this in replay, in the email. So Adele Brimage, and her name is listed here in the video so you can know the spelling. And it looks like you're going to be going to her website. So it's adelebrimage.adelebrimage.com.
Can I give you another link, which is
go ahead.
Yeah. So this is a bit.ly link. So it's bit.ly/BLR Portugal 2019.
Perfect.
And if they go there, click on it, they can access that. And
we'll make sure we put the link below so it's just easy and you can click on it as well. And thank you so much for joining me. I know it's your evening.
Thank you.
We're just starting with our Mondays. It's 10:30 here on the West Coast, and you're ready probably to call it a night here soon. So thank you for joining me. It's been such a pleasure connecting with you, such a pleasure getting to know you. You are just wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me.
No, thank you.
And thank you for joining me. My name is Galit Ventura-Rozen. I'm the author of The Successful Woman's Mindset. If you're interested and learning more about the book, please visit thesuccessfulwomansmindset.com.